This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
What's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster, and welcome everybody to Viewers Anonymous, man. How you feeling today? Everything good with you?
Man, I'm doing amazing. However, got a little beef, bro. Demi Lovato got a podcast out.
Man.
And I'm getting real sick of this trend of these famous people trying to start these podcasts. Just because it's a hot thing to do now. That shit is really irking my nerves.
Man, same here, man. And look, it's really like, listen, people, because I'm with him 100%. It's not no hater shit. It's just the fact of like they already at this certain level where they already got all these fans and all these people that follow them, and it's just like it's a cheat code. You know what I'm saying?
It really is, bro. Because it's like all right, you already got 1 million something followers, and I take that back. It is, but then again, it ain't. Because there's a bunch of people that have tried to do it, and a lot of them ain't been successful at it. That's the only thing that I like about podcasting. Like you can have a whole bunch of followers and all that other stuff, but like YouTubing and podcasting, them the two things that'll show you what your followers, you know what I'm saying, really do for you.
True. But then, like, a lot of the times they do it for like a little bit, but it's like, I think when it came to the pandemic, like a lot of them started doing podcasts because you know, their money started getting low. They were just like, well, we know we can go. There wasn't nothing else to do. So it was like, I understood it. And I didn't say nothing then. But it's like now, you know, shit starting to open back up. People going back out on tour. Dude, what's that one thing called in Atlanta this weekend? This past weekend, with the baby been acting crazy. What they call that thing? Rolling Loud.
I was about to say Coachella.
Yeah, like people outside. You know what I'm saying? So now you starting to see some of these podcasts disappear, but it's just like, yo, are y'all really talking about some shit? Because some of y'all ain't really talking about nothing. Y'all just getting the podcast, you know what I'm saying, just to do it, and then you getting all these downloads, all these listens, just because.
I'm gonna tell you what else they do too, though. So they start the podcast, right, and then they just get all the famous people that they know to be on there. And it's like, bruh, and it's not, you know what I'm saying, like to me, like, cause I listened to a few new ones recently. But they boring. The content is real live horrible. Like I don't understand like what they think is, you know what I'm saying, like what they think they actually like giving you, because it's like it's nothing to like. I was listening to what the hell was that? Hold on. Oh man, they just started it too. I forgot which one it was. I ain't about to go through my list. But I was just listening to one of them, and it was somebody that was, Kevin Hart. That's what it was. It was Kevin Hart. And he just like, he interviewing comedians. And it's not
it's not it.
No, bro. It's just boring because it's like, and don't get me wrong, he's actually a great interviewer. Like his interviewing skills are good. But the conversation, like it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just boring, bro. Like it sounds like a regular interview. It just sounds like anybody else could do the interview. It ain't like a unique take on it. He asking some different questions because of course, you know, he a comedian too. But it's like still like it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no real conversation in between it for real. It's just he asking a question, they giving an answer. And then he asks a question, they give an answer, and then he'll say something real quick outside of that, and then they go right back to it. But it ain't. It's like you could tell the back and forth ain't really there. and it's just like, man, I'm cool. I'd rather listen to his radio show on XM. Because outside of that, like, bro, I can't listen to that podcast no more.
See, what it is, I think the reason you feel that way and I feel that way is because it's a job. It's not a passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like Demi Lovato is kind of like, well, I'm not really touring. You know what I'm saying? I could gain, you know what I'm saying, about a meal in 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. So she's just like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump and start doing this podcast, and I could get, you know, all the money from the streams. I'm gonna get people to be sponsors on the podcast just cause. And then not only that, she already got sponsors for, you know what I'm saying, maybe if it's, you know, makeup, you know, her record label that she's with. I haven't really seen her in really any commercials. Maybe she in some commercials. So those companies, they're going to be sponsors on the podcast as well. So it's just like it's not a passion for her. Like she's just doing it to get extra bread, and it's like, so it's not that excitable. So I mean, look, dude, I completely understand. I'm with you. I feel the same way. It's just like, and then you got people like, and look, I get being in his position when he say this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you can only take it as a shot if that's the way you feel. But like, even when somebody like Michael Rappaport be like, everybody and their mama got a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's gotten to that point where it's like, it seems that way. So it's like when you got people, you know what I'm saying, like us, that we putting the grind in, we putting the work in, you know what I'm saying, that we trying to build, and then you got people who just like, well, I'm just gonna do this shit because I got, you know, I got these sponsors and I want to give them something to sponsor it, and I can make, you know what I'm saying, $100,000 an episode or whatever. So they just doing it to do it. So you know, but we just went on a little rant there. So it's all good. It's all good for the pod.
Okay. So man, you know what I'm saying? It is Friday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows if you listen. Goodness gracious. I'm out here mumbling, boy. Nah, but everybody know what it is, man. If you've been listening to this, you know what I'm saying? We've added a fairly new segment. We call it What We Watching. So yeah, let's get into that, bro. What we watching? So, you know what I'm saying? What you got, brother?
All right, what I got this week. So I don't know. Did you ever get into Power? Okay, so
hey, right, you know how many people try to get me to watch that shit, bro? Like, and I be saying it all on the timeline and everything. I can't do it, bro. Like, I started with Empire. I stopped watching that shit. I remember when Power first came out, I watched like 2 episodes, and it was just like, I'm cool, bro.
Like, it's a totally different. Like, I remember people would use the comparisons, but it's not even remotely similar. But so you know, Power. So me and Uncle watched it. We actually used to every week we used to do like a segment on Power. So anyway, so Power comes out, and then they had Power Book 2. You know what I'm saying? Was built around Tariq, and now Power Book 3 is out, and now there's like a whole Power Empire thing, and now it's on
Power Universe.
Yeah, Power Universe. Yeah, that's what they call it. You're right. I was trying to think of what it was called. That's what they call it now.
Really?
It's the Power Universe. Yes. Dead ass.
50 Cent, don't get the fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, 50 Cent got one Power Book 3 on Kanan. So, you know, 50 Cent was Kanan. Well, you didn't know, but he was Kanan in Power. Okay. And so now it's talking about his upbringing, how he got into the game. So like now the story is back in like 92 or something like that. So now we seeing like him and his cousin Junebug, how they ended up getting to where they are and all this type shit. So I'm on so the second episode just came out this previous week, so because it come on Sundays. So that's what I'm watching now, man. Yeah, I get it. It could be a little cheesy because it's like with 50 Cent being in that realm that he's in, like it's like everything is get rich or die trying. Like
yeah, I can only imagine, bro.
Like that's everything, dude. Like everything is get rich or die trying. So like he took it, the show blew up, and I'm not mad at him for capitalizing on it. It's like if Power gonna give me the money and the resources to keep doing this shit, I'm gonna keep doing it. The people watching it, so I mean I ain't mad at him. I'm kind of watching it because it's kind of like, all right, man, you know, let me see how this shit really ends. You know, so I'm just riding until the wheels fall off, to be honest with you, man. So that's what I'm watching, man. I'm watching you know what I'm saying, Power Book 3 in the Power Universe. I couldn't remember what it was, but in the Power Universe of Power Book 3 Kanan.
Okay. Man, so you know what I'm saying? If anybody knows me, bro, you know what I'm saying, they know how big I am into history. And they know for a fact that I'm super huge on like Hitler, you know what I'm saying, like World War II, that kind of thing or whatever. You know, for real, because we talked about it a couple times. But there's this documentary it's a docuseries on Netflix called where is it at? Let me find it real quick.
I know what you're talking about.
How to Become a Tyrant.
Yep, I want to watch that.
Man, it's 6 episodes. They like 20 to 30 minutes a piece, so it ain't like no super long thing. But it's 6 episodes, and I'm like 3 in so far, and like each one is just talking about how basically how they all become it. So like the first one is about seizing power, the second one is about, you know what I'm saying, crushing your rivals. The third one says reign through terror, control the truth, create a new society, and then rule forever. But they follow like Hitler, Stalin. They follow Saddam Hussein, Fidel Castro. You know what I'm saying? Like they just using examples from, you know what I'm saying, like all of them, and just tell you how it's possible for anybody to become that. And it's crazy just to see like the things that they, you know what I'm saying, like the things that they went through to get to that point. And then like, because you already know stories about the stuff that they've done, but to see them get to that point, you know what I'm saying, like to see what they went through to become the leader and become the dictator, like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like they was talking about Hitler, and they were saying like how he had created the propaganda thing before he was even the leader of Nazi Germany. So like all the propaganda about Jewish people, they started that before he even, like, I think they started that around like World War I. So like after, like a little bit after World War I, that's when they start doing the propaganda stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying, like eventually the tide started turning, and then, you know what I'm saying, he started doing all these speeches, start getting everybody, you know what I'm saying, like the following start growing or whatever. And then after a while, like they were saying like how Germany was just like under his thumb, you know what I'm saying, like he just had whatever he said, he just had everybody, you know what I'm saying, like doing it. And it's crazy, man. I was watching it and just drawing parallels to the whole Donald Trump MAGA thing, like, you know what I'm saying, how like anything dude said, like they was just in it. So I mean, it's a very interesting watch, man. Like I said, I'm only 3 episodes in, but it's on Netflix if anybody wants to check it out. It's called How to Become a Tyrant. It's a docuseries. It's amazing.
Yeah, I want to watch that, man. I'm actually gonna start that this weekend because I was looking for some more stuff because I finished Fargo, and so I was looking for something else, and I started. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, I wouldn't never mention it. I mean, look, I don't know. I mean, it's starting kind of slow. I just started Billions. I
That's
just
the
figured
Showtime show, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's just like if it's still running, like it's got to be some good. You know what I'm saying? So I just watch. I'm on like I don't watch the episode and a half. Like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it still kind of introduces you into the characters and stuff like that. So so yeah, man. I don't know, but I definitely want to watch that how to become a tyrant because that's that time period that I like focusing in on. Yeah. And then I wouldn't mind seeing more on Stalin because you know, I did a podcast of my top 5 war movies.
Right.
And one of the movies I did was Enemy at the Gate. And if people don't remember, like that, like the turning point of the war with Germany and the USSR at the time was the battle that happened in Stalingrad, and they named it after Stalin. You know what I'm saying? And Nikita, but at the time, Nikita Rozov, something like that. He was like basically like Stalin's right hand man, and I just it's just interesting to be able to watch people just worship a person, and it's like
it's crazy, bro.
Like what the fuck,
bro? So when you though, and you see how Hitler punked Stalin, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. I need to see that, man. So I'm actually gonna jump on that.
Menace. Yeah, dude was a real live menace. Oh, and I haven't watched it yet, but I was excited to see it, man. Myth and Mogul, the John DeLorean documentary came out today too. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of a series that Netflix is doing, I guess. So it got 3 different parts, but I guess they're gonna start doing it, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of different people. But the first one is John DeLorean. I can't wait to watch this.
Okay, man. It's content out here in the world. I ain't mad at it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. I love when there's a lot of content out.
Yeah, me too. Because it's something for us to watch, and it's, you know what I'm saying, that's more content for us.
Yes, sir. I ain't mad at it because it's like, you know, I mean, when we started this podcast, you know, hopefully we got some listeners that was with us in the very beginning. Like we used to do, like it was just basically like we was doing pods and then we did classic episodes. So, you know what I'm saying? So we got away from that format, but you know, we do a lot of classes, but we don't call them classics. We just do them. So it's good to be able to do something that's new, that's out, and a lot of people, you know, probably, you know, you just watched it or you thinking about watching it, but you need a little convincing. It's like, yo, you come over to Viewers Anonymous, you know what I'm saying? We can get you before or after. So yeah, it's good to have a lot of content out.
Yeah, man. So today, you know what I'm saying, speaking of newer, recent, trending, all those very triggering words for me. Because everything, you know what I'm saying, everything is always new and trending. But nah, Fear Street, man. That's what we're talking about today. Netflix series, 3-parter. This is basically a story about a lady. Well, I don't know if she was a lady, right?
Yeah.
So the Sarah Frier lady.
Sarah Fear.
She's a lady, right?
No.
Yeah, Freer.
Yeah.
So she
was probably like a teenager.
Okay. Well, it's about this this young I just call her a young lady. This young lady, you said it's Sarah Frier or Frier?
I think it's Sarah Fear, F-I-E-R.
Oh yeah, okay. So Sarah Fear, basically, in a long time ago in 1966.
You did it again.
Oh man, 1666. My fault. 1666. She was in, you know what I'm saying, Colonial. It looked like Colonial, Connecticut, and I believe it was Colonial, Connecticut. And basically, she was a lesbian, so they burned her for being a witch. Long story short, and they said they couldn't have her out there sinning And so they was about to kill her girlfriend, who was the pastor's daughter. Why am I talking like Barack Obama, bro? Mm-hmm. But nah, they was about to kill her girlfriend, who was the pastor's daughter. But instead, they killed her because some dude was doing witchcrafts or whatever. He was the devil. I'm assuming that's who he was. And so after that, he basically set her up. You know what I'm saying? He lined her up real quick with the okie doke. She got up out of here, and they burned her. And she was in chains. No, they hung her. So after they hung her, she said that she was gonna come back until everything is right, and then she was going to follow him in his lineage. And pretty much this is just the story of her following this fool through his lineage.
Yes. And let me say, dude, I've been itching for something like this, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, listen, there's been a long time where like I have this feeling, and like horror movies is the only one that does it for me. It's like I get this, you know what I'm saying? I get this body shiver like all over. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, I haven't had that feeling in a long time. And it was like, yo, Fear Street has done it, my guy. Now, don't get me wrong. I remember the R.L. Stine Goosebumps books back in the day. I never used to read them. I always liked the covers. But
you never read Goosebumps, bro?
Man, no. Now you remember the show they used to come on? I think it was on Fox. I used to watch that though.
I used to watch that and Animorphs. And I used to read Animorphs.
I don't remember Animorphs.
Wait, what?
Look, man, I didn't. I used to hate reading. I mean, I still kind of do. Like I do it a little bit now.
Your childhood was not complete, brother. You need to go back and find them books, man.
Hey, I used to love the covers of them books, man. But man, listen. The way they was able to do this and to tie the story together in the 3 parts, and then I kept getting confused because it was like, okay, when I clicked on it, I said, man, let me get it, because me and you spoke about it. I was like, man, let me get this Fear Street a shot. And so then I see these years, you know what I'm saying, 1994, 1976, and 1666. But it says part 1, part 2, and part 3. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
Well, 1666 come before this. I was like, so am I watching the right one first? I was like,
the way that they did it, though, was so genius because they did it backwards. Yeah. So you don't even know that the Sarah Fierce thing is even a thing. You could you see the name, you hear the name, you hear about it or whatever, but you don't even know like that's the actual thing yet, because in part 1, her name is mentioned, but she's it's like an old thing that happened or something like that. Like it's from like a news clipping. It ain't even from an actual it wasn't even like on the actual what's the name?
Yeah, but it was kind of like a myth though too. Like some people believed it and some people didn't.
Right.
You know, and like what they tried to do, what they tried to say, well, the people that stay on Shadyville, was it Shady? No, Shady side. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are cursed because of the witch of Sarah Fear and all this type of shit. Yeah. But the people that live on what was the other Sunny side or whatever it was?
It was Sunny. It was Shady. No, Shady side in Sunnyville or Sunny side in Shadyville. No, it's definitely not Shadyville. That's a record label.
Yeah.
So it was Shady side in Sunnyville.
Yeah, and it was like, so people just believed that if you stayed on Shady side that you was cursed. They all went back to this witch lady. So a lot of people didn't believe it. So like when her name was mentioned, it was kind of like, oh well, you know, that's bullshit. But like basically what ended up happening, long story short, so it had to start with a love story. So because that's just the way everything is. So what's my girl name? fine ass girl. Dina. So Dina is all jacked up. Her brother Josh keep trying to get her to cheer up, and like basically there was this meeting because there was a murder at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uma Thurman, Ethan Hawke. That was they daughter. They got killed first.
Now,
and so
before you finish, the way that this starts off with the murder in the mall, right? Yeah. This is the most unexpected. This is the most unexpected thing ever in the beginning of a movie show, whatever. Because it's like she's sitting there, she closing up the store, you know what I'm saying, and then she talked to dude about giving her a ride home, and then out of nowhere, like somebody just started chasing her, trying to kill her.
Yep,
it was crazy.
And then, like, dude, the stab scenes. The sounds, the makeup, like everything was perfect. Because I remember saying this on a pod before where you can look at some of the makeup and some of the sounds and stuff from the movies in the 80s, and that was better than some of the movies in the 2000s. And you're like, yo, how is that even possible? We got
a lot of them, except for Nightmare on Elm Street, Dreamcatchers, or whatever the one that was, when dude was
oh, there you go. You can see the
the dude in the wheelchair, bro, turned into the wizard. And Freddy Krueger killed him, bro. My nigga was hanging by a string in a trench coat, bro. Hey, I'll never forget that, bro. I will never forget that. That is the greatest moment in horror film history, bro.
Hey, man, you be on that one, bud. You be on that one.
That's the funniest thing to me, bro. Because it's funny because I was watching it on like a nice HD TV. So when I seen it, bro, I'm like, is that a string, bro? I'm like, oh my god, they killing me.
Yeah, man. But like a lot of it though was good. Like even in a lot of the Friday the 13th movies and the thing about the Halloween movies, they really didn't show blood like that. So they didn't even really need it. But like the way that they did it, it was awesome. So all this stuff is going around. So they thought that they would have this meeting with Shady Side and Sunnyvale because there was a football game that was coming up. Yeah. So she ended up seeing Sarah because Sarah used to go to Shady Side and not Sarah, Sam. It was Sam. So Sam used to go there. She switched schools, and so her and Dina had a thing. Yeah, and she see that Sam ex-girlfriend, but now she got a boyfriend, and so there was beef at this meeting. So it was beef at the meeting, and so Shady Side is going back on a bus, and because there was a fight that broke out, so they're following them, and she is involved in throwing a Gatorade jug thing at the car. Car crashes into the woods. Sam gets out the car and just happened to put her hands in the spot where the witch was damn buried.
Yeah,
and that really opened up the floodgates to everything after that point. And after that right there, and look, we're talking about what, 15 minutes into the movie?
Bro, it might have been less than that.
Dude, it was on from there. I mean, it was on. Like, after that, it was just like, I mean, even that, it started out with a bang. Look, they did a great fucking job with this, man. I ain't even playing, but I was in this, man. Like, and then they're like 100. It's like an hour 50 a piece on all three parts.
I think the third one was the longest one.
Yeah, the third one was the longest one because they recircled in the third one. Like the whole thing wasn't in 1666.
Right, but see, I like it because, like I said, bro, it's the way that they told the story. Like, for them to create the, you know what I'm saying, like create the whole spark in the 94 part. So, you know what I'm saying, like it already gives you this thing to where you kind of know what's going on, but then again you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you find out later on that they got possessed. So You know what I'm saying? Like you still trying to figure out who the killer is. You still trying to figure out what is he doing. And then you know what I'm saying? Like on top of all that, you know what I'm saying? Like it has like a nice flow to it because as you're still trying to figure out that, you know what I'm saying, like everything that's going on, eventually they start revealing all the stuff that's going on too. So like they don't give you none of the early stuff. They don't give it to you early, which I definitely appreciate because a lot of people when they making these like type of movies or type of shows or whatever, they blow their load early. So like you don't never get that in this. Like everything comes at the right time. So like when you find out that, you know what I'm saying, the killer is the same dude who killed old girl in the mall, but he was the dude that she asked to ride, you know what I'm saying, asked to give the ride to. And it's like, yo, okay, I thought dude was dead. So now, you know what I'm saying, it brought that supernatural element into it because it's like we seen him get shot. Then we find out that he's still the killer. So now we looking like, yo, how's dude still living? So it's interesting to see that. And then in the first one, 94, we don't even see the thing with everybody's name on it yet, do we? That's in 78, right?
Well, no, they show it, but they only show the dude's name, but we don't understand what it means until 78.
Right. Okay. That's the part I was getting confused at because I remember seeing it in 78. And I was looking like, okay, what is this whole thing? Because remember, that's when they found that little cave. Well, it really wasn't even a cave area for it. It looked like a mausoleum or something.
Yeah.
So they went down there, and there's, you know what I'm saying, like, well, we ain't on 78 yet. We still on 94. So but anyway, 94 was dope because, you know what I'm saying, like you got to see them team up and everything. You got to see them kind of, you know what I'm saying, making new friends. And then there was this thing where I forgot who the two people that they was talking about on Josh's little chat group that he had or whatever. But toward the end of it, they were saying that, you know what I'm saying, like the people in the chat group was talking bad about the two people. And he was saying that, you know what I'm saying, like y'all don't know the story for real. They really are good people. And, you know what I'm saying, he wished that they was still there for, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I'm saying, be cool with or whatever like that. Because I think they end up dying.
True. Like they're man. Like I mean, I'm not trying to like we don't have to necessarily go in that order. It was just to introduce like how this whole thing happened because of that. I mean, there was a murder in the mall. Like there was some stuff because Josh was like this computer nerd that was. They had like these underground talks about, you know what I'm saying, the rumors of the witch and all of this little stuff like that. So he's like this computer whiz and he's like very educated in I love his character, by the way. Yeah. Josh was one of my favorite characters in this whole thing. But you know, and he was Dina's sister, brother. But yeah, and I like how they threw in like that element of he was very talkative, he was very smart, he was very intellective, but he had a crush on Dina's friend from school, and it was socially awkward for him. So it's like when you hear of these people that are nerds and like, you know what I'm saying, they learn all this stuff and like they in the computers and they be chatting on computers, but when they have to socialize in person, they ain't that well at it. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope how they put that in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I mean, to me, 94 was cool. I thought it was a great way to start this series off. It wasn't really like nothing too extreme, and it really like didn't, you know what I'm saying, like knock your socks off the water or nothing. But it had a nice pace to it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. It wasn't something that was just like, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't everywhere. You could follow it pretty easily. And then, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, it kept your attention. So for me, man, 94 was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. But for me personally, my favorite is 78. That's the best one out of all of them to me.
But damn, how do we look? We didn't plan this, but we on the same page.
Really?
Man, 78 was that one, boy.
Okay, look.
Ziggy, I love Ziggy.
Why did you like 78 though?
78, what was dope? I'm gonna tell you what the very first thing that come to mind. The very first thing that come to mind is how we found out my favorite killer is my man with the axe. You know what I'm saying? And they show us how he got that damn bag over his head. I thought that shit was so fucking dope. Bro, I was like, because it was like you see the dude with the bag on his head in 94, but you don't think nothing of it. And then you see Tommy, and then Tommy is possessed, and Nurse, I forget what the nurse name was, but she knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So she tried to kill him.
Yo, no, not tried to kill him. She tried to murk my dude, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
but she was right.
She was wild, bro.
And what I'm thinking, if she would have been successful at that, because he wasn't fully possessed yet. Like he started having visions, but he wasn't all the way possessed. And I think that if she was able to murk him, then that wouldn't happen. Yeah. But everybody thought she was crazy because she lost a daughter, and her daughter was possessed, and her daughter, you know, ended up doing that shit. So
Ruby, her daughter name was Ruby Lane.
Ruby Lane. Yeah. So she was trying.
It ain't Ruby Rose, bro. I know Ruby Rose is.
Yeah.
It ain't her.
Yeah, I know Ruby Rose. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want Ruby Rose to come out here and start looking like that. But but it was also funny how my man thought she was sexy. He was trying to roll up on her, and then she tried to stab his ass.
Hey,
so that was funny. But I don't know why.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know why that fascinates me so much of like how we found out the origin of how he got that bag over his head. I just be liking how shit become full circle.
Yeah, man, and that's why I said, bro, they really did a great job piecing these together, man. Like, and then even the way that they was telling the story, with certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, they was putting certain elements into each one of them. But for me, the reason that I like 78 the most is because this reminds me of, you know what I'm saying, those classic 80s and 90s horror movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave me Friday the 13th feel. You know what I'm saying? When they be at Crystal Lake and all that kind of stuff. This one was called Camp Nightwing, but still, it just give you that, you know what I'm saying, like that old 80s, 90s horror, you know what I'm saying, that vibe. Like, it got camp counselors, everybody teenagers, you know what I'm saying, the same little thing that be going on in all of these movies where, you know what I'm saying, everybody doing drugs and all this other stuff, and the next thing you know, dude kissing, he almost about to get to second base, and then he get hit in the head with an axe. Like, it give you all of those classic elements of, you know what I'm saying, the horror film genre. So I definitely appreciated it for that.
Yeah, man, and I fuck with the girl that plays Ziggy, man, because you know she from Stranger Things, and like, man, she got a bright future, man. She did a really great job, and what I like the best about this one was the murder scenes and the kill scenes in here. Yo, this one had the best because the way that we saw a girl bone pop out her leg. We saw, you know what I'm saying, my one dude that was in the newest Halloween with the long curly hair, his head get chopped off.
Yeah, hey, that was the cleanest head chop ever, bro.
I'm telling you. And then we seen Cindy. She chopped my man head off. Her ex-boyfriend Tommy head off with a shovel.
No,
man, but
when he hit what was dude's name? Oh my God, what was dude's name?
Okay, but why are you looking it up now? Yeah. I will say this. Now in 94, Now the way they killed old girl with that damn meat slicer thing, that was fucked up.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. And then
the
also
way he
when
killed
the other
Kurt
dude got hit with that axe
in the face, Kurt. You talking about the 78?
Yeah,
he got hit in the face with Tommy was hitting him in the face with the axe. Remember when they was down there in the thing, and he was like, "Tommy, man, what are you doing?" And he just turned around and just like starts, just slashing my bro. And then they showed it after that. That was crazy, bro.
No,
that was the best to me. That was the best kill of the series.
No. The best, but the saddest and the worst was when Ziggy and Cindy got killed. When she was like, "Yo, they after you," and she went and she hit dude, and boy, he hit up, man, and the way he just repeatedly kept hitting her with the axe in her chest, and Ziggy kept getting stabbed and stabbed and stabbed and stabbed. It's like, yo, this shit looks so real, and it was just like, dude, I got the shiver, like my whole body had goosebumps over, man, because it was just like that's my shit right there, boy, like. That's the stuff that got me in love with horror movie, and they brought it back for me, man. Now I feel like there's hope in the world, like because it hasn't been great horror movies. Like I was hoping. I mean, look, and it still can be. You know what I'm saying? It comes out this month coming. Candyman, new Candyman. You know what I'm saying? About to come out, I believe, on the 15th. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying. That's gonna be dope. But what they did with Fear Street, man, and the way that people was getting murked, dude, and out there, the dude, man, Tommy with that axe, I'm telling you, but that shit was, I was just like, because it's like, it's like, okay, let me ask you this. Out of all the people, the dude with the skull, my man with the axe, Ruby Lane, like, who's the one that you don't want to see, like the most? Because you don't really want to see any of them because they can't die. But who you don't want to see the most?
I'm gonna answer that, but right before we do that, we're gonna pay some bills. All right, so we back. So you're saying who would I want to see the most? I mean, who wouldn't I want to see the most? Right?
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see the most. Yeah.
Definitely Tommy, bro.
Yeah,
Tommy. young teen adult, bro. He probably at his most sproutish. Like this nigga's an athlete. Like, nah, bro. I'm not running from dude.
That's the thing, dude. Because I used to always say, like, what made Jason so scary was the fact that he just walked and you could not run him. But it's just different when there's a dude that's actually running.
Yes.
And the guys
that can run with you though. Yeah, that can run with you. That turns everything else. Yeah, that turns, and he's strong too. Nah, heck nah, bro. He got that like high school football strength. Nah, bro, you don't want no parts of that. Man, you know, like all dude did. I told you, bro, I can't talk today, man. All dude did was definitely lift weights and do push-ups. And on top of that, bro, he wasn't getting none from Cindy. Bro, he had so much pent-up frustration and anger, bro. I see why he was going around killing everybody. That's why, matter of fact, that might be the reason that he got possessed.
Yeah, Cindy, but okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Cindy was all right, though.
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, and that 78 shit was all right.
I'm gonna tell you what I knew. Like this how I know you right. Is because when they was like kissing and then he grabbed the booty and the way she acted when he grabbed the booty, it's like, damn, dude, I feel bad for you, bud.
You got all and then on top of that, he almost got killed by the nurse. He still couldn't get none. Oh yeah, it's time to get possessed out here, bro. I got to catch a few bodies, bro.
Yo, that's fucking.
That's funny. That's why he killed Kurt like that, bro. Because Kurt was getting it.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. He had my man axed up in the face, bro.
Man, most definitely, man. And like, but we both agree that I thought, listen, 78 was awesome. But 1666, man, was they give us the origin story and like the way they set it up. I love dude, oh my God, they set it up so great because it was like at the end of 94, they're setting you up for 78. So they're showing you like a trailer of like what happened and how it got there because they showing like that, like it's like while that was ending, like they're showing you like what's coming next or whatever. So then when you go to 78, then they say this is what happened, and then they're showing you all the best scenes from 94. And then you go into that one, and then for this one, they're going into 1666, and this is when. So basically, the way to end the whole thing was what they did to Sarah Fair was her hand got chopped off. And her hand was separated from her body. And the only way to stop it is you had to reunite the hand with the body. So these motherfuckers had to find the hand. So now, when they found the hand,
this was my question: how the hell did her hand get chopped off? Did they cut it off?
You remember in 1666, right? When she was in that cave thing, and the when the dude was coming after her, like her hand got chopped off on the when she ripped it off, like it got cut and then she ended up ripping it off. It was up.
I do not remember that.
You know why? Because I know I probably fell asleep.
No, I was up. No, I was up for 1666. But look, dude, when she was running from him, right?
Yeah,
she made it outside, and then it looked like she was about to be free, and then that's when he came up and grabbed her. So she ain't had no hand in.
Yes, that was before. It was before that because they had got into a scuffle, and I forget exactly how her hand, because like her hand got cut and it was halfway off. And then she ended up just pulling it all the way out. And so she had wrapped something around the nub of her wrist.
Okay.
And then when she stepped outside and everybody was out there, that's when they went and tied her up and did all the shit. So her hand was separated from her body because her hand stayed down
in the cave.
In that cave thing. Yeah. So when she reunited, when Dina reunited the hand with the body, that's when she got the whole vision of what happened.
Yeah, I remember because after they hung her, that's when she woke back up like, oh snap! So she knew what she had to do. No, not that she found out who the sheriff dude was.
Yes, and that was the twist. I didn't even expect the twist.
Yeah,
I was so enamored with how great this was and how great these killings was, and it's like, oh shit, y'all giving me a twist too? And then that's when we find out that the dude that was the sheriff was also the dude that was trying to get with Ziggy in 1978. Like they had this family lineages of like, I mean, what would you call it? Because I guess like his family was trying to, because he was like orchestrating the shit of like.
Yeah, he was the one getting people possessed.
Yeah, he was the one that was like, and like it was his father, his grandfather. Like it went back to where like they always did it.
It seemed like he was trying to destroy the town so he could create the other one. Because remember, after everything happened, that's when Sunnyvale got created.
Yes, and then not only that, his brother was the mayor.
Yeah.
So I think that's just one of the things, like that's just like in a cop movie, right? Where somebody will use someone to get them these busts so they can move up. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be like a city cop and they'll use somebody from the street, and then they'll become a detective, and then they'll become, the sheriff. And so it was just like they're using like this inside shit to get them to move up. And like, so they was using the Sunnyvale place.
Right.
Well, they was using Shady Side to build up Sunnyvale so that they can have a whole come up. So
right.
It was crazy, man. It was. Listen, I'm here for it, man. Like, I think that now look, I don't know how successful it was globally, but dude, it got my vote, man. And it's like now, it's like, yo, y'all need to give me some more R.L. Stine books because this damn Fear Street did it. Yeah. I'm telling you, like I'm here for it because and what I want is I want the same directors, I want the same screenwriters, because if I'm not mistaken, the books was just a description of what happened, right? So they would still have to have somebody write a script, right? If I'm not mistaken. Because like you were the one that read the books. So was the books just a storyline? So they would still need somebody to write a script for it, right?
Nah, you could. I mean, of course they would have to have like a script for it, but the books were pretty much written to where you could really just go off of the book.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You would have to put it in script form, but it wouldn't be like much work to make a script out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the stories was real detailed. So it's like you ain't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, like adding certain things in or whatever. So yeah, I mean it would probably be more work just transferring everything over than just, you know what I'm saying, than writing the script itself.
Yeah. Dude, I'm here for it. I was so beside myself, so excited, because it's just like, I know I said it like 10 times on this pod, like horror movies ain't what they've been. And it's just like for them to be able to come this and then not that, just to have a great storyline to come with it. And then what 1666 did was, like you had mentioned, when after they hung the Sarah Fear girl, they went back to 1994 or where they were, because at the time Sam was possessed and they was trying to find a way to reverse Sam. And what they did was, in 1994, they went to Ziggy. And Ziggy was basically like hiding out, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she stayed in the house, she didn't go out, she had all these locks on her doors, because see, the thing is, like I mentioned,
for it to happen again.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, I mentioned at the end of 78, you get the brutal murder of Ziggy and Cindy. They died right beside each other, but my man gave Ziggy CPR and brought her back to life, which is still, that's one tough motherfucker, boy, because I know she took about 15 stab wounds, boy. But she took about 15 stab wounds, boy, to the. I'm telling you, hey. So, but what was great about 1666 was how they brought it back into present time, and then they was able to stop it, and then the people just like poofed away, because the people, when they was possessed, like they was coming after you. It was no stopping them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what made it great, was the fact of they was an unstoppable force. Like you could put them down for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because like even when Tommy got his head chopped off, he was down for a second. He was down for about 3 minutes, but that motherfucker got right back up.
My question, real quick, 94. Who was the black dude? What was his significance outside of them meeting him in the fucking police station?
Hey,
that confused me, bro. Because I'm like, he with them in the end.
He was a custodian that just happened
just in the police station.
Yeah, I think that was just to bring some more flavor to it, man.
Okay, because I'm about to say, because I remember they was in the police station, and then he was like, "Yo, help me out," and then he was like, something about me doing this. Josh threw him a paperclip or whatever, and then they bounced right before Samantha turned into the, you know what I'm saying, the possessed one or whatever. But I was sitting there like, okay, I remember him from 94. Then I'm watching 1666, and then they in the mall with super soakers. I'm like, what kind of plan is this? And what are they doing?
Yo, that plan ended up being dope, my guy. I ain't even gonna lie. Because what they ended up doing, for the people, if you haven't seen it, what they ended up doing was everybody was after. They was at the Dina. Yeah, they was at the Dina. Mm-hmm. So what they did was they got Dina's blood and they mixed it in with some shit, and so they was able to have all the people like come into the same area, and then they carried them. The plan was to carry them, was what they called it from the movie Carrie. I think Carrie came out. I think the first one came out like 78 or something like that. Yeah. And so they dumped the blood on all of the killers, so they would just kill themselves. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it ended up being a great plan, but but it was really to buy time.
Yep.
Because they just needed to buy. I think they knew it wasn't gonna work, but I think they did it to buy time. But I mean, it was a dope concept. But like, he ended up just being like, I think they needed like a comedic relief, and I think that they just wanted to add some flavor to it by adding this dude, because you know what I'm saying, he had his moments, he had his funny moments.
But that nigga was in the whole series for like 10 minutes. Like he wasn't even in it that long.
Nah, I don't know though, but because like towards the end when they were doing that plan in the mall, he had a good little time, man. But then like I thought it was. Look, man, he was needed, man. He was needed because
I mean, I agree. He was good in it, but it was just like the way that they introduced him. It was just like out of nowhere.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: was Dina and Josh really brothers and sisters?
Bro, I don't know what was what. I never seen their parent. Only parents I've seen was Samantha. We just seen her mom.
Yeah, and moms was not having it, but
at all, bro. But I didn't see nobody's parents. Nobody's parents ever home.
And they high school students, the parents never do
it. I was confused the whole time because I'm like the in '94 when the dude kept popping up, like, you know what I'm saying, with the mask on, with the skull mask on. I'm like, where the hell is their parents at?
Dude, I have no idea what the damn parents were, but
I mean, just like the stuff that they was doing, bro. I'm like, all right, this is cool, but like, ain't nobody mom and dad at home, ain't nobody mama at home. Like, they don't just pop up nowhere or nothing. And then like the only time you see Samantha's mom for real is when she's scolding Dina.
Yep.
And she did that twice.
But was it Samantha's mom the same woman that played her mom in '94 and in 1666?
Yep.
So, yeah, and I thought that was dope how they was able to bring the characters together. I mean, even though in 1666, like, we only saw Ziggy and Cindy for a little hot second, but I just thought it was dope how they was able to full circle everything. But, I mean, that's a good question, man. I thought that, you know what I'm saying, but the old blue bandana, though, but that was funny. Because I'm telling you wear that blue band. I mean, look, we talk about 1994, dude. You wear that in Compton, you done, my guy. You go to the wrong neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Wearing that blue bandana ain't gonna do it. So you must be glad you're hanging around all those white people.
Right. So overall, bro, how did you? I mean, I know you said, you know what I'm saying, like it gave you your faith back for the horror genre, but how did you feel about this whole series overall? Like, are you looking forward to whatever Netflix is bringing back out, or do you think that, you know what I'm saying, they should keep on this train, or what?
Well, I see that Netflix got a new another horror movie out, Red something Sky or something. It's supposed to be like vampires on a plane type of shit. I think I'm gonna give that a try, but to zero in on your question, I just think that they should stick with this plan, I think that they should take more R.L. Stine books and turn it into something. I don't know if they're going to be as good as Fear Street was, but I think the idea works. A lot of the times when you take books and turn them into something, a lot of the time they be very successful.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that. Like if I hear news that Netflix got a deal with R.L. Stine, or I don't even know if that motherfucker's still alive, but like, or at least they estate, like they got a deal with their estate, and they're gonna do more of these types of movies. Then yes, I would be very excited for what's in the future, because if they keep the same people involved, but you know what would make it even doper?
What?
If they stay with the age group and they just keep these same actors and like kind of do it like American Horror Story. You know what I'm saying? Because American Horror Story use the same people, but they're different characters in different seasons.
Different
so that would be dope.
Now, for me, I think that the Netflix, Netflix is they definitely got a thing going on. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get these series, right? Like Stranger Things, Black Mirror, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have these moments, bro, where they get something and then it goes off. This is one of them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hit the peak yet, I don't think. But I know I've been seeing like a lot of people talking about it. But I think that after a while, bro, like if they keep coming with something like this, like, and it ain't gotta be like no long series. Like so far, you know what I'm saying, everything been coming out with like 6 to 8 episodes, something short like that, or do, you know what I'm saying, do another one like this where they just do 3 movies or whatever and just put out the full trilogy. Like if they keep this up, bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna be fire. They gotta keep coming with something though. It don't gotta be horror, it don't gotta be nothing, it could be comedy, whatever. But they gotta keep coming with like these short, I can't even say short form, but like they gotta keep coming with these bundles. You know what I'm saying? Like these series and these series, like they do a TV show or whatever, come with something like that, but they got to make sure like they constantly giving that Netflix tag, making sure that they really putting that brand out there like that. Because for this to be a Netflix series, bro, they have not missed the mark on a show like this or a movie like this or none of that. Like they really have been putting out some great content. So I don't know what they got to do as far as like they production house. But whatever it is, they need to keep these people in there because they putting out some fire.
Man, I'm in 100% agreements with you. Yeah. Like, yeah, this like I hope they keep it going because they got with me, they got a fan right here, and I'm ready for it. Bring it, I'm watching it.
Yeah, man. So man, Fire Flame time, bro. You ready?
Let's do it.
Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame.
All right, bro. So I started off. Now all 3 of these joints is super dope. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed them. Like I said, 78 was my favorite. The actors did very good in this. Dina was fire herself. The story was great. It had a nice twist to it. But I like the is it continuity? Is that the word? Yeah, the continuity of it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they kept everything going. You know what I'm saying? Like they made sure that they was linking certain stuff in this part to that part to you know what I'm saying? They kept certain things going throughout the whole thing. So you know what I'm saying? I thought they did a great job, you know what I'm saying, making sure that everything pieced together well. This puzzle was put together very well. And for me, I'm gonna give it a 4.
4. Okay. I ain't mad at it. Look, man. With all of these combined, like counting them as one movie,
mm-hmm.
I ain't even gonna front, boy. I'm going with 5, man. I'm going with 5. I'm giving it 5, man. I was not disappointed at all, my guy. Like, it had everything that I wanted. Dude, the killing scenes was on point.
Mm-hmm.
The blood was on point. I ain't mad, even though I haven't seen some of these actors. Only person I really recognized was Josh and Ziggy.
Mm-hmm.
The one dude that was the skull killer, I seen him. I can't remember what I seen him in, but I think that everybody that they had in it, I think they're all young and they're all up and coming. I did see that nurse lady in some stuff. She's had a career. Yeah. I've seen her a couple of times. Just can't put my finger on it. But everybody did a great job. The story was on point. The way that they did the full circle, everything was. There was no stone left unturned. But there was a few things. But I think it was supposed to be this way because the person that they kept showing that was drowning somebody that had like this big, like old timey like metal mask on. They didn't get into that person.
Okay.
The kid that had the funny looking mask on, they didn't get into that story.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is
possibly a branch off.
Yeah, possibly a branch off to where they explained how those people got started as well. Because this is the thing about Sarah Fear, and I shut up. There was a lot of names on that wall.
Mm-hmm.
They only really showed like 5, maybe 6 killers.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be something where they explain to you these other killers, or a situation where
they go further back.
Yeah, not even necessarily further back. It could be like, so they use like 1666 is the year. You know what I'm saying? But like,
it can't be.
But that's when Sarah started, though.
No, I'm saying like the reason I say it can't be is because these 3 are about Sarah Fear, right? But the actual story ain't about her. The actual story is about the dude that put the names on the wall.
Well, Sarah Fear was the one who put the names on. Well, no, he was. You're right. He
was the one putting the names on the wall.
Yeah.
So the actual story is about him for real. I just think these 3 focused on that Sarah Fear one because, you know what I'm saying, that's really, you know what I'm saying, she was the only one to find out what was really going on.
Yeah.
And that was the only way to stop it for real.
Yeah, so like what I'm thinking, like, okay, so if you did 94 and you did, 78. I mean, it could be some shit where it's like, 1992 and 1973. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta
do like 15 something whenever it first started. That's when they gotta do it. That's to be like the last one. Do it to where like when dude found out how to do this shit, and before you start passing it down to everybody, whoever he was, find out how he did it, like the origin story, how he did it, and then start showing him like passing it down until it leads up to 1666.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, if you're gonna keep the 3-part thing going, that's why I said like 92 and 73 or some shit, and then you know what I'm saying, go back to the origins of that as well. So I think that's why they didn't.
They should do like 80, like 84, and like 2000 or something like that. That'd be fire. So like 2000, like regular 2000, 84, and then do whenever everything started. That'd be dope.
Yeah. So when I say there was no stone left unturned, I think that there's a possibility of something else coming down the road. But dude, I'm in it, dude. They got me, so I give it a 5.
I agree, man. I agree. Oh, so for people who don't know, this is your first time listening to this podcast, the Fire Flames are rated 1 through 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, of course. So we're saying 4 or 5. That's a very high rating. I meant to say that before we even started. But yeah, man. So that's high praise coming from you, bro. That's real high praise coming from you, man. That's shocking. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Dude, it got me. It got me. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the Fifth Streets. Let's do it.
That's what's up. All right, man. So coming soon, man.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
So I ain't gonna lie. What's up next?
All right, so we got a new one, my guy. We got another. That's all good. I got you, man. I got you, man. We got another new one, man.
Is your list in your phone?
No, I do it the old school way, man. You know what I'm saying? Pad and pen.
You take a picture of it and send it to me, bro.
Hey, listen, it's a little sloppy, but you know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
But we gonna make it work. But like, man, we got another new one, man. Yo, the way that this was shot,
was fire.
Yo, it was fire, man. Like this is gonna be a fun one to do because this movie created so much storm in so much of a short of a time. They are already working on the sequel, my guy. So this is gonna be exciting, and I think they got something here.
Okay, so now that I know what we talking about, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is a part of Amazon Prime is 2 for 2. They definitely 2 for 2. The Michael B. Jordan movie, and then they 2 for 2, bro. Now, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't too many that they, you know what I'm saying, that they done put out for real. Because I know they did like Coming to America 2, which was all right. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't the one. And then they did like Borat 2, which was that. But it's something about sequels.
Man, don't forget, we did Black Box on here.
Right, Black Box was nice too. But these two, between the Michael B. Jordan movie and then this one, yo, they swinging out the park with this. No lie. Star-Lord would be mad, but they'd be all right.
Yeah, so we got one for you, man. We got one
next Tuesday, man. Y'all get ready. So yeah, man. Thank you guys for listening. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tuning in as always. If you're new to this, hit that subscribe button. And if you're true to this, man, see you next episode. But you can always follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. You can follow me on Instagram at ScootsBronson_TV. Make sure to go check out my other podcast, 15 Minutes of Fame. Also, make sure to follow us on the socials. Instagram is at View9Pod, and then Facebook is VA Pod Watch Group. Twitter is coming soon. Twitter is definitely coming soon.
Yes, sir. You can follow me at s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter. 28 Minutes or Less Pod on Instagram. 28 Minutes or Less on Facebook. I've had a pretty busy 28 Minutes or Less week. I just dropped another one. So I did the Summer or So this past weekend with the boy Casey. Shout out to him. Also, I did a solo joint. I got back on my American Gangster bag. I did Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, man. You know what I'm saying? Old Jordan did out of South Jamaica, Queens. So, you know, go check out that episode, man, on 28 Minutes or Less. And just keep supporting, man, because we gonna keep putting out that content.
Hey, man, I'm thinking about doing another Isolated Society soon, man. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna talk about on it. But I definitely think I'm gonna do another Isolated Society soon.
Yeah, man, bring it back, man.
Yeah, so
Isolated was fun.
It is. It definitely is, bro. And then you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna think of something to come up with. I'm gonna look through Twitter, find a few topics. You know what I'm saying? I want to do like a Twitter edition of it. So we'll see how it pan out. But yeah, y'all keep your eyes out for that one, man. If y'all want to hear Isolated Society, go check out my 15 Minutes of Fame podcast. I'm gonna upload it to there, and then you know what I'm saying? If you follow me on Twitter, I do it live on Twitter too. So that way people can watch it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see how that go, man. We'll talk about it off air. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. And you already know, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.